My taskbar is gone. Like, I can't find anything. Like, it's gone. Like I can't. Like, where my browser gone? My taskbar. It's gone. How do I get it back? Shoot. I can't find it. It's just empty. But if empty, then where do you hover your cursor near the bottom of the screen? No, it's not popping up. What? How do I find where my tabs are? I see them all on Task Manager, but I don't see anything at the bottom. I don't see anything at the bottom. It's empty. Like my brain right now. Control plus. No. Whatever. I will just deal with it. Any tabs that I have full screened and minimized is gone. I don't know where it went. So, okay. Somewhere in the gulag, maybe. Maybe you have to desktop open. Oh, talking about desktop. I didn't realize you could have so many desktop open at the same time, so the other day I was opening my desktop and then I pressed some random buttons and then it brought me to like this black screen with like over 20 little squares. Apparently there are 20 different desktops that I've opened. I didn't even know that, so I had to close every single one of them. How do you even create? Why would people create different desktops unless you're hiding something from somebody else and you're not trying to show it? But why? But why? I don't know. I had to delete over 20 plus desktops that somehow I randomly made. Somehow randomly. I don't even know how it happened. I got distracted. Hi, I'm back. Where's my? I missed you. Let me. I don't see you guys say I missed you. Let me. Maybe you haven't missed me at all. I don't see it. Or maybe it's just the delay. I'm talking really slow because I took EP meds, so now I'm really EP. I totally forgot that I should take it after the stream, but I took it before the stream, and then now I'm EP. Now I'm like, what you call sedated. Cause I scratched the inside of my ear, and then I'm really dizzy, so I ate like one of those headache pill thingy, and I didn't realize it wrote drowsy at the back of the cover. So now I'm just surviving from my own consequences. ありがとうスブチャット、はい、Honor。ありがとうスブチャット、Art Dragon。ありがとうスブチャット、Necro。ありがとう TV ドリームーシン、ありがとう TV You Heart。You know, I didn't realize 2 weeks passed so fast. Honestly, I didn't realize. I don't know. I just feel like time. It felt like I was streaming just yesterday. This is insane. What do they call that? Blank spot in my memory. I didn't realize 2 weeks have passed so fast. Honestly, I didn't even think I'd do anything. Now I sound so old. Oh, I haven't been really active on Twitter because I lost my phone and then I'm really tired. I'm the kind of Nephilim that if I have to go out, I need 3 days to recover in my bed and I need to talk to nobody. Absolutely nobody. No one talk to me. I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to lie in my bed and say nothing. Not even talk to myself. Just nothing. Quiet and silent. And when I came back from my trip, I was devastated. I didn't want to speak to nobody. I just want to unplug and sleep because I was so tired. So tired. So tired. Oh, and also I lost my phone. That's why I didn't do as much tweet. I still have my iPad, but I didn't download. It's more like, you see, my Twitter requires password, and I forgot my password, and I didn't have my verification app because it's all on my phone, so I couldn't log into Twitter or Discord because I forgot the password, and I couldn't log into my email because I forgot my password, and because of that I couldn't log into my what is that thing called? The code app. I couldn't log into my code app because I couldn't log into my password, because apparently if I try to log in, because I have a burner email that I use for all of my verification code, and the problem is I need to access YouTube on my iPhone in order to access the email, because they will send a verification on my YouTube and I have to go to my YouTube app and then accept and send the code so that I can access into my Gmail. But because I didn't have a phone, and because I didn't have the YouTube app on my phone, I couldn't log in, and because of that I couldn't log into my burner account, and because of that I couldn't log into my verification app, and because of that I couldn't log into Twitter or Discord. So yeah. Sorry, was I speaking too fast? Authenticator. Yeah, authenticator. I didn't have that stuff on my iPad, which I should, but I didn't because I couldn't log into my email anyways. The perils of two-factor yeah, I have two-factor authentication and everything because I'm skeptical. I just have everything, and it's whenever I try to log into any emails, I have to give a code, or I have to access YouTube on my phone, so I didn't have my phone, so I couldn't do any of that, and he somehow just wouldn't let me. Yeah. To FA crash out his valley. Yeah. So I just I don't know. I didn't even know what I was doing, to be honest. If you ask me, what do you do on your trip? I don't remember. Initially, this trip was meant for like a checkup that I do once a year. Like it's like a body checkup, blood checkup on my spine, checkup on my thingy, checkup on I don't know whatever you need to check out. Like, and my aunties and my cousins and everybody's doing checkup, so it's like a big massive checkup. Something. Checkup something. I don't know, whatever. I just go in, and then they have to take my blood, and then I freak out when I see needles. Talking about needles, I have to have my blood taken out. And so I was inside the room where you lie down, and then the nurses come, and then they tap on your arm. And then after that, this nurse, she came in, and then I was lying down, and then she was looking at me, and she said, "Are you ready?" And I said, "No, I'm not ready. I'm never ready." And then after that, she's like, "It's gonna be fine. You won't even feel it." What if I do feel it? Getting an injection is less than getting your blood taken out, because you have to wait. Injection is kind of like, and you're done. And then when you get your blood taken out, it's like you have to watch the pouch get filled, and you have that feeling of something leaking out of you. It's horrible. I don't want anything leaking out of me. And so this lady, she was I would say she's really good. I'm really impressed. But she sat next to me as I lied down, and she's like, "Oh, but all of your family members have already had their blood taken, and there's no way to escape it, so you just gotta face it sometimes." I'm like, "No, I don't want to face this. I want to be in denial forever. Let me be in denial forever. I don't want to face the truth." And you know what she did? There was a TV right opposite me, so it was just like a room, empty room, a white room you would call, and it's just a seat in the middle. I was laying down. Next to me are just equipment, like scalpels and the injection thingy, and then right on top of me there's a TV. And what this lady did was, she had two screens on the TV. One screen was TikTok, okay? And another screen was Subway Surfer. And you bet my attention was all to the Subway Surfer side. And then I was just so entranced, and by the time I was watching, it was like, Subway Surfer! And then next to it was this ASMR of cutting fruits, and it was this AI voice about telling this story. It was like some Darman stories about life and stuff while cutting an apple and an orange, and the next to it was Subway Surfer, and I was just lying on my bed. Subway Surfer, and it was this Starman story about this girl wanting to buy an iPhone, and then she couldn't buy an iPhone even though she waited. I didn't even really understand what the story was. It was so weird. And then I didn't even realize what was going on. She's like, "Oh, we're done." I'm like, "What do you mean we're done?" Like, "We're done." What do you mean we're done? Like, "Oh, it worked, right?" Like, what? I was just there in a trance. Like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? And I look over to my left, and then I had a pouch filled with blood, and I was like, "Wait a minute! When did she stab me? I didn't even realize she stabbed me." I didn't even realize. Like, when? Where? I didn't even feel anything. What the freak? She's like a wizard or something. I was so impressed. Normally I would wince at any possible pain because I'm scared of pain, but I didn't even realize she stabbed me with a needle. Holy crap! Maybe the answer truly is Subway Surfer. Brain rot used against you. I have to tap the song up too. I didn't. Honest to God, I didn't realize what was going on there. How did she do it? When did she do it? I was too distracted by the Subway Surfer and the TikTok at his side. And she looked at me and she smiled and she said, "Yep, this is my secret weapon. Nothing a good Subway Surfer and TikTok on the side can help with anybody from getting an injection." And then I stared at her and I said, "Lady, you're good." And she's like, "Yeah, got 50 years of nurse experience." 50 years? Ma'am, she looked like she's 40. What do you mean 50 years of nursing experience? Telling me she's been a nurse since she was negative 10 years old? What are you when you're negative 10 years old? Probably a sperm in your dad's balls, maybe. What do you mean? She has 50 years of nurse experience. She don't look 50 at all. She looks like 40, maybe. She's good. Anyway, she's good. And she was, the nurse that took care of my checkups for the entire trip. She's really good. Oh, and she's Filipino too. She gave me some lumpias one of the days. She was like, "Hey, I made some lumpia. We had a party last night. We had tons of food. Do you want some lumpia?" And you know how could I ever say no to lumpias? So I ate a bunch of lumpias. It was really good. Really reminds me of the nurses that I've had over here. She was a great nurse. It was nice. But yeah, I did like a bunch of tests. Oh, and my auntie had to do a checkup. She had like, I don't know what is that, but her buttocks, like her bum bum, she needs to insert a metal thing in her butt. I don't know why. I didn't really ask much information because I thought it would be weird to ask somebody of their buttocks. But she needs to put a metal thing inside her bum bum, apparently. I don't know what she was doing. Maybe she twerked too hard when she was younger. And so now she needs like a metal thing in her butt. I have no idea what it was. I don't know what that is. Like a disc? She said it was like a disc. I don't know what disc means. A metal hip. I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't ask. But that's one of the main reasons she was there. Maybe it's old people thing. I don't know, man. The fact that you guys don't know too means you guys aren't old. You guys are young. That's why you don't know. That's the back. I don't know. She said she hurts. It hurts when she tries to bend down. Bum bum maybe? I have no idea. That working days are over. That work. Apparently, she studied overseas and she was a womanizer. She apparently had like male flings and female flings, and she was known as the crazy girl in the club. And apparently she clubbed so much that she practically lives in a club. Like she practically had free drinks and knows the manager. I think she was dating the manager or whatever. And then she was just in the club every day, and there's tons of pictures of her in the club. And then, I don't know, that's like old people stuff. They hang out in clubs or something. And then that's how she met my uncle in the club. And then somehow he had his magic powers and she stopped going to the club. He dropped her contact. She's like 60 years old! What do you want to do with a 60-year-old lady? No, she's my auntie. I'm not gonna share with you my auntie. I mean, do you ever go in a club yourself? Me? Going to a club? You have higher chances of me eating an actual vegetable than me going to a club. The club? Can you even make my name out of a club? No, you can't. I don't have C-L-U-B and R-E-M-I-L-I-A. That's impossible. No way. I would never go to a club. You can't pay me money to go to a club. I just think people that are in the clubs have some sort of a disease or something. I don't know. They're like touching people. I've seen enough examples of clubs through movies and anime. I think I'm good. It's noisy, it's sweaty, people dance, touching each other, doing drugs in the toilet bowl. What else? Putting EP medication inside your drink. What else? I've seen enough, man. I've seen enough. Too loud, too noisy. That's not a good night out for me. A good night out for me is air conditioning, a bowl of snacks, my bed, my warm blanket, my cold pillows, my phone, reading manga, reading a random manga that I find in the middle of nowhere and realizing that he has 3 seasons and 120 chapters and is completed. A hot chocolate at the side. Now that's what I call a night out. Best feeling in the whole wide world. Lying in your bed when other people are outside getting drunk on the streets, kissing some homeless people. I'm just lying in my bed, a 45-year-old spinster. What's a spinster? It sounds like a Pokemon. I just don't like people. You're different. You guys are above the ranks of people. I just have social anxiety and I don't like to interact with people. And I don't like going to a crowded place and wide spaces scares me. I like confined spaces. Lock me up in a luggage and I'll be really happy. I just don't like going out, so me and clubs are you know, I always kind of want to go to a cafe and have some cute cakes. And every time I mentally prepare myself to do that, I step out of my house and then the sun hit me and I turn back and then I go back and lie in my bed because I am not doing this. But you like interacting with us, right? I like you guys! I love you guys. You guys are special. But random people in the club are not special. I just like to be alone. But not alone because I miss you guys. But I like... It's called being duality. How about a quieter cafe or a park on a nice day? No! I don't want to go outside and face the sun. Do you have any idea how many hours of sunlight I have gotten the past 2 weeks? I think I've tanned so much I don't even know anymore. I hate the sun. I hate the day. I hate the sun makes me not want to do anything. I hate going outside. I don't like the feeling of going outside. If I can choose to stay indoors, I will stay indoors. I hate the feeling of going outside and it's hot and then going back into a building and it's cold. Your social battery must have it has depleted so much. I'm on negative 1,000 and I need time to recover my social batteries because my social battery depletes even when I'm not speaking. It's me going outside. So the entire time I'm so drained. You know, when we go to eat dinner, I'm like, ugh. I'm just at the side like, ugh. What do you want to eat, mommy? I don't care. I don't care. I want to go back. They're like, oh, we're gonna go shopping. No. Like, you're like, you know, after a hot dog, cause we have to go in like a few days. Cause hospital's busy. You can't just do all of your treatment or all of your checkup in one day. You do like this checkup in 1 day, and this checkup in day 2, and this checkup in day 3. And then every time they're done, they're like, oh, let's go to the shopping mall. It's like, ugh, no. Like, oh, we could watch a movie. No. And I'm like, can I go back? And you're like, no, the hotel is way too far. What do you want me to do? And then I have to follow them to eat. I don't even want to eat. I just want to sleep. So I'm just like, so drained, so tired. And my uncle will look at me like, Baby, you're so young. What do you mean you're tired? It's only 12 p.m. during the day and you're tired? I'm 45 years old and I'm far from tired. What are you youngsters nowadays built out of grass? Yes. Yes. Yes, I am. I am made out of grass. Just let me sleep. I want to pass out. And then no, back when I was your age, I was sending milk in the morning and newspaper to earn some money. And then I have to help your grandma to make bread to sell outside our house. And then I go to school and then I come back in the afternoon and cook for my 8 siblings. And then after that I have to help your grandma with more bread. And then at night I have to fetch my siblings, your auntie and uncles home. And I still wouldn't complain about getting tired. You didn't even do anything, now you're tired. Why you have to hit me with the back in my day? Whatever, uncle, if back in your day you had the internet and you had TikTok, you'll be as lazy as I am, okay? Sheesh. Yeah, try living my day, you'd be the same as me. If you had the internet, you would turn out to be a different person. You were raised by your grandma. Well, I was raised off of anime and AO3. The only reason why my vocabulary is so good is because I read on the archive of our own. I was raised there. I don't know what you're talking about. And then it's the whole trip. It's like morning, do checkup, afternoon, eat lunch. And the hospital food is so yummy, by the way. I was so surprised. I thought hospital food would be so bad. But they had a cafeteria. And they have this really yummy beef pie kind of a thing. And then they have like different meals on different days. They have spaghetti and meatballs on some days. They have lasagna for other days. And then your spaghetti meatball is so good. I'm choking because I missed the taste of the balls. Oh, so good. Arigato Suguchatto, Mimikyu. The internet changed people, it truly have. And the meals are on rotation. Some days you get like steamed fish, roast chicken. But the spaghetti was so good that all of the days that I was there, I looked forward to eating the spaghetti. And then one of the days I went over to the cafeteria and then I pointed the spaghetti and meatballs and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, we're on a different rotation, so we don't have spaghetti and meatball. I wanted to cry. I was looking forward to my spaghetti and meatball. And I think the lunch lady saw my devastated face. It was a face of agony. She said, you know what, if you can give me 20 minutes, I will make you one because you look so sad. And I've never seen people love our food so much. Because I always see you for the past 1 week and you've been eating the same spaghetti meatballs, I will make you one if you wait 20 minutes. You have no idea, this lady just saved my life. I can't believe she did. And so, like, for the next 2 weeks, all I ate was spaghetti and meatballs. Because it was so good. And I still missed it. I missed it so hard, I wanted to ask if she would freeze it and give it to me in bulk so I can ship it over. Because it was so good! It's so good. It was really nice meatballs. It was great spaghetti meatballs. And then we would go to eat late lunch, and then they would, I don't know, people like to go to the malls. Ugh. I don't like going to a mall. This is another one of my crash out, but I don't understand going to malls. I never understand the mall. Why is there a freaking mall for anyways? For you to hang out with your friends, but I don't have any friends to hang out with, and I don't want to hang out with anybody. I just want to go home. And it's like, what's the point? You go to a mall and then just walk around and do nothing. Like, why would you walk around and do nothing? I'm a strategist. Whenever I want to do anything, I need to make sure I have a plan and a backup plan. If I have to go to a mall, I need to make sure that I have a list of where I want to go and what I want to buy. Even if I have to go buy groceries, I will make a list on where to go, what to buy, and how do I buy all of this with the minimum amount of time so I can leave the heck out. And they wanna, let's go to the mall, and we just walk around and do nothing. What do you mean you walk around the mall and do nothing? You're just wasting time. Why? There's no anime stores. There's nothing. They just walk around. And I went for Pop Mart and I refused to step inside Pop Mart. I refused. My body and my mind refused to do so. And I just stared at the Labubu that's staring at me as I waited for him. You know how boyfriends have to wait for their girlfriends when they're shopping? And they're just sitting at the boyfriend designated area? Well, yeah, that's me! I was just sitting there, staring at the Labubu because I didn't have a phone! So I was just staring at the Labubu, and the Labubu was just staring at me. I was like, Labubu! Labu, Labu, Labubu, Labubu. No time for like 30 minutes. Because there's nothing else to stare. So I was like the guardian of all shopping bags. And they all put their shopping bags next to me and just space out because I like spacing out. But the problem with spacing out in public is that chances of somebody thinking that you're staring at them is very high. So I normally don't. I would look at the ground and face out, so I needed something to look at. So I just stared at the Labubu. And it was like different colored. I didn't even realize there's so many different Labubu merch. There's like a bowl you can drink out of, where the head is dry, like literally lobotomy Labubu. And then there's keychain Labubus. There's Labubu in those sweatpants. Labubu clothes. I didn't realize there's so many different kinds of those. Did you win the staring contest? I'm pretty sure I won. Definitely. I'm pretty sure the Labubus are scared of my aura. My aura was way too strong. But then we would go back to the hotel to rest, and I would be in bed at 8 p.m. They were saying, let's go for dinner. I skip dinner and I just sleep. It was like a big hotel with different rooms. Was it even a hotel or was it like, I don't know, it was like an apartment or something. And I was just passed out on my bed. And then I stock up on instant noodles. So if I wake up in the middle of the day, like the night, while they're out, cause apparently all of them went to some clubs, and all of them went to some night tour and some buzz. Or in the beginning they were asking me like, "Mommy, do you want to go for a night tour? We can sit in the double-decker bus." Are you kidding me? No! No way am I sitting on the double-decker bus. What if somebody on top jumped and then it breaks and then I'm down there and I get crushed? Or what if a bird flies and then it shits on my face? Hi, Dad. Stop shrimping your neck. I'm not shrimping. How do you know? I'm not shrimping. You're shrimping. And then they went for a night zoo, and then they went for like night viewing party, and then I just typed in a group chat and I said, I'm not going out anywhere at night, so I'm staying in the room. And they're like, okay, I got you. And then so I shut up, Dad. You're not supposed to expose such private information to everybody. Nobody's supposed to know that I'm shrimping. I'm not shrimping. What do you mean I'm shrimping? Now I'm conscious. Oh God, now I'm conscious. I'm not shrimping. You're shrimping. Your mom's shrimping. Oh, talking about shrimping now. Oh, that's I have so many stories I want to tell you guys. But yeah, at night I just didn't do anything. I lied in my bed, and then I have a lot of snacks and instant noodles. Oh, and the best thing is you can order takeout, and then they'll leave it in front of your room. Don't even have to go down to get it. That's the best thing ever. And I just read manga on my iPad and scroll TikTok. It was so good. My legs are so tired every day from all of the walking. I had those like I was like an old man. I had all those pain patches all over my legs. Ugh. How could people even go out 2 weeks in the street every day? That's insane stamina they all have. I don't even know, man. And then after that, yeah, I was so tired. I was so tired every day. I'm exhausted. That's why, to me, time flies really fast. Because all I know is morning, checkup, afternoon, walk in the same mall, evening. I don't even have time to read manga. I just pass out by 8 o'clock. I just couldn't stay awake and I zip. Like, there are times where I get so excited. You know, I have these bursts of yippiness. It's just me being creepy because I would smile in the middle of nowhere with no context because I remembered that I wanted to read this manga for a long time. And I realized that tonight I can finally read this manga, and it brings me absolute joy to know the fact that tonight I will lie in my bed and read this manga. And then I would just be like, in the middle of nowhere. It's a little creepy if you don't know the context. So that to me made me kind of... Time passes way too fast, man. I didn't realize 2 weeks was up. I was just sleeping at 8 o'clock every other day. Oh, and wow, this is the first time I'm telling you guys about this thing that I've been doing ever since I was born. I call it being a sleep strategist because because I've had insomnia all my life, and when I can sleep, I would like to maximize the amount that I can sleep. It's called work smart, not work hard. Some may call it eccentric, but I believe you guys. You guys are just like me, so you think I'm really smart. So this is the thing I do. One time we have to wake up at 8 o'clock to leave at 10 o'clock in the morning. 10 a.m. is so friggin' early. The bird isn't even up chirping yet. The roosters are not even eating worms yet. What the freak goes out at 10 o'clock in the morning? And then we have to wake up at 8 a.m. just to get ready. And then we leave at 10. That's 2 hours! Okay. Most people will be like, yeah, let me set an alarm. Maybe 8:01, 8:05, 8:10, 8:15, 8:20, 8:25. You know? Like a normal person. But no, that's not my style. I want to maximize sleep with minimal effort because I am a sleeping strategist. You know, so you get in bed, right? Normally, how long does it take for you to wear your clothes? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? Sure! Right? You know, tomorrow clothes are already set, so why not wear them now? Wear my clothes, and then tomorrow when I wake up, boom, I'm ready to go. No wasted time. Save time. But, you know, we're not stopping there. What do you do when you wake up? You brush your teeth, right? Bam! I put toothpaste in my teeth. Because when I wake up in the morning, I just... bam! Brushed my teeth. Okay, never mind. There's more, I'm not stopping here. What do you normally do when you wake up after you brush your teeth? You eat something. You eat bread or something. Yes? So I grab a packet of bread and then I hold it in my hand and lie down to sleep. Because the next thing I do when I wake up is that I have already changed my clothes, I have already brushed my teeth, and my breakfast is just on my hand. So I can just wake up and just nom nom nom. Well, if I could put my Well, I mean, I've tried. One time, I went to bed with a bun inside my mouth. So that when I wake up, I had breakfast in my mouth already. But then when I wake up, the bread was gone. I somehow ate it in my sleep. Which is not very effective if you tell me. So I swapped. So instead of that, I put it in my hand so I could wake up with bread. And the way I sleep is just... Imagine somebody sleep in a coffin. Lie down, hands on your chest, but me with bread, ready to go. And then my cousin saw me and like, Wumi, what are you doing? It was the first night, by the way. Like, Wumi, what are you doing? Why are you not in your pajamas? And I said, that's a waste of time. I wake up and I'm ready to go. And she's like, okay. Why do you have bread in your hand? I said, that's my breakfast. So I could wake up and I could eat. And she just looked at me like, why? And I said, well, so that I could wake up at 10 o'clock while you guys have to wake up at 8 o'clock. You know, I'll be ready to go. Maximizing my time. You know, 2 hours. It could save me 2 hours while everybody is getting ready to do their own thing. I'm done. I can just wake up at 10 and I'm ready to go. You know, you can never get enough sleep. It's that's why I call myself a sleeping strategist. It's just high intellectual thinking. I'm prepped for everything. And I do that consecutively for every single night. And my cousin, every time she just stared at me, she just laughed. She's like, oh, Wummies. He's like, you're just a special breed. I'm like, yeah, of course, I'm special. I don't want to be normal. I'm special. It's called thinking smart, you know? That's actually genius. Exactly. Exactly! See, you get me. We're on the same wavelength. It's a mind maxing. And then, right, I haven't tell you guys the reason why I lost my phone. Well, I didn't really lose my phone. It just, when I found it, it's obliterated, gone, disintegrated into pieces. Why, you ask? Well, we had to be in a car from the airport to our hotel. And normally I would just put on my earphones and fall asleep with my hoodie on and eye mask and everything, so I don't have to suffer from the grasping heat of the sun shining at my face, because I absolutely hate going out during the day. It's the worst feeling ever. It's so sunny. It's just, and then we were driving, and then we were at like a red light stop. We're at a red light stop. And then my cousin said, Wait, you're not serious, you like crows, right? I was like, what crows? I was having a nice dream of me playing video game. What the freak could be so pretty that you have to wake me up from my eternal slumber? It was not easy to fall asleep in a friggin' car. And I looked over, And I saw a crow. Not just any crow. It was the fattest crow I've ever seen. It was the size of 2 crows. It was just this plump, freaking chungus, round, right in front of me, and he was eating a piece of bread. She was just, and it made eye contact with me, and then I was staring at it, and it was staring at me. It probably knew that I had a lot of crow friends, so it was just yum 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 the bread. And then I wanted to take a picture of the crow. So, and then the time the red light has gone green light, so the car is moving, so I quickly grabbed my phone, and then I winded down the window. By the way, the car is not a boomer car. It has the button you press and it goes down. And then I wanted a nice picture, so half of my body was out of the car, and I was half standing, balancing on one leg, because I was trying to get a perfect angle of the crow eating the bread until, of course, I slipped. And then I saw my phone fell out of my hand into the air, dropped onto the road in slow motion. Like, you know, when they say when you die, you see 7 seconds of your life in slow motion passing by. That's me and my phone. Yeah, and then my cousin saw the entire scene, and she told my auntie to go back, but well, you see, I didn't realize. Today I learned that when you're on a highway, you can't reverse. What kind of stupid rule is that? And so we did like a huge turn, like we did like a huge one whole round, and then as we were back to that location, the crow is obviously gone, and there I saw my phone on the road. I screamed, my phone! It was my phone! And there I saw a lorry. It was just not any lorry. It was those bitumen oil lorry, like those lorry carrying trucks of oil, going down the highway with the speed of a truck, and it just runs over my phone, and I saw my precious phone get obliterated under those wheels. It wasn't even like a crash and done moment. No! It was like crash, smack, wreck, disintegrated, pew, gone! Gone flakes! The Thanos snapped and just disappeared. How can a phone that big disintegrate into nothing? So we parked at the side, because it was a highway, so we parked at the side, and I hurried down to grab it. I had to grab it with both of my hands because it was just in 2 pieces. Oh, it's literally in 2 pieces. And when I went back, I held a little funeral for my phone. My phone did so much for me. I had so much time, fun. My left hand felt so empty without my phone the entire trip. It was like my phone was an extension of myself, and I lost myself. I felt like it was phantom pain. You have no idea how much my hands were shaking because of the lack of holding a phone. You have no idea the amount of times my finger go flick up and down because I was like suffering from addiction, man. And I was just thinking about you know, sure, I have my iPad, but with my phone, it was the perfect size to scroll. And I realized the amount of time I spend with my phone. I eat with my phone, I toilet with my phone, I sleep with my phone. I do everything with my phone. My phone was my ride or die. I have like 8 hours daily on TikTok with my phone. Like, it was my everything. And then I thought about the amount of screenshots that I have inside it. I wanted to show you guys a manga. And phew, thank goodness I had backups. I was so smart. I had backups on. Phew, I can't possibly lose all of my tabs. All of my manga tabs that I didn't bookmark. I was not even worried about anything. I was really worried about my tabs. Well, I guess I did learn an important lesson. Is to never stand in a moving car. A lesson learned. And I couldn't get a phone there. So I was just devastated. Phoneless. So I brought my iPad everywhere I go. But it feels not the same. Cause my iPad is huge! So bringing my iPad outside is so inconvenient when, you know, the phone is such a... I didn't really... You know when they say you don't really miss someone until you lose someone? That's exactly how I feel. I feel like a widow or something. Like, you don't really miss your phone until you really lose it. Now I realized how addicted I am to my phone. Because without it, I was so tired and drained all the time. Brain rotted. Well, I got a new phone. And then because of the backups, everything is there. Which, whew, thank God. All my tabs are safe. Secured. But at least I still have my iPad. Because imagine if I didn't have my iPad, I would have lost my mind. Completely gone. But then I was really tired the whole time too, because it was a lot of going out and going to malls and just walking. I didn't really even have time to stare at my iPad except when I'm back in the hotel at night. So I was just so tired that 2 weeks just kind of passed in the blink of an eye. I didn't even realize that it just passed like that. Oh, but I got my results for my blood test. Well, you guys know I have anemia, right? But it's like, it's kind of family history that I have. I have iron deficiency anemia, and it's a little bit, I think it's chronic. I don't know, I just sit down and the doctor was just telling me like, oh, you know, based like showing me the chart that I don't even understand. Oh, so many weird like numbers, and then she's like, okay, so for this number it's supposed to be high, but for you, you're abnormally low. Like, I just sit there like, oh. And then turns out that I have really lack of, what is it? B12 vitamin in my body. That's why I have memory issues and brain fog. And apparently this B2 is caused by my anemia. That's why I'm always so tired. And that's why I'm so low energy all the time. And my fingertips are always so cold. And my toes are always so cold. And I also have crazy heart palpitations. Palpitations! Heartbeat. My heartbeat is faster than an average person. And then I get very dizzy when I stand up too quickly. And I always thought, you know, I'm sure everybody felt this tired. But no! It's iron deficiency. And then I have something called daytime fatigue, where during the day I'm so sleepy. Like, no matter what I do, I'm so tired. And during the night, I'm so active. Oh, I thought it was special, but I guess. And my blood pressure is really, really low. And I have vitamin D deficient. Because I have and I got my sleep problems checked. And it turns out my insomnia is chronic. And there is possibly no cure except for going to CBT. Which is weird because this doctor was like, oh, I think you need CBT. And like, what the freak? I don't need CBT. And then they're like, you could use it and then see if you can improve. You know, and then the doctor calls in, like, this other doctor and like, here, like, maybe she can tell you all about it and then, you know, see what you guys can do. And then this freaking... Yeah, you know, when the doctor told me I need CBT, I just thought about closed beta test. I was like, you mean closed beta for Enfield? For Arcanines? And they're like, CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia. Like, oh. Thought they meant like closed beta or something. and then this I think she's like a psychiatrist or something. And she's like, you know, one of the ways you could possibly help with your insomnia is by restricting sleep, controlling your stimulus. So only using the bed to sleep. So no reading, no watching phones on the bed. Like, are you kidding me? That's like telling me to die. That's literally telling me to die. What the freak? And then she's like, okay, well, you can try another method. Not doing it! The worst nightmares. Literally taking off my... It's literally turning off my life support. My god. And she was like, okay, maybe you can limit stimulants. Avoid caffeine. What do you mean by avoid caffeine? I work in a coffee company. You're telling me to stop drinking coffee? No way. And then she said, don't eat and then sleep. Which is what I do. I eat and then I sleep. But I can change that. I can eat and then wait for 2 hours and then sleep. So I'm gonna try doing that. And then, but the thing is, caffeine and I have no effect whatsoever. Caffeine does not make me less eepy or make me eepy. Caffeine is just caffeine, does nothing to me. So we cross that out. But the large meal is something I can improve on. Oh, and then she like sent me like this Spotify playlist of sleepy music. But I didn't tell her that I have ADHD, which means that would never work. So it was my mistake. It does, you don't notice, but in fact, no. I'm immune to caffeine. It does not affect me. I feel... People drink coffee to stay awake, but I drink coffee and I go to sleep and it's still the same thing. But on the other hand, if I drink Red Bull, I crash out and I sleep. And then, I've been drinking coffee since I was a baby. What are you talking about? And, well, on a serious note, apparently I have muscle atrophy, which means my muscles are dying because of my poor posture, and I don't want that word. So something sedative lifestyle, because I don't work out, and I don't do anything. And shrimping! Yeah, shrimping! And then, so I need to improve on my diet, and I need to do stretches, and I need to eat more protein apparently. But I'm so lazy to eat protein. And then, I discovered protein shakes, and it tastes really yummy. It's like in different packets of different flavors. There's peanut butter, there's cookies and cream, there's strawberries, there's chocolate, there's corn, and they're all in like these small pouches that you just add milk and then you shake and then you drink, and it tasted really nice. So I bought a whole bunch that I'm going to try. And then, yes, beans! I bought a lot of baked beans too. And then they're letting me eat this green powder thing that I have to take. And it does not taste like green powder. So I will be taking that every single day. And then I need to take vitamin D. And I need to take magnesium, vitamin B12. I need to take fish oil. I need to take iron pills. I need to... Oh, there's like The list just goes on and on and on. But taking things consistently is my worst nightmare because I don't do well with consistency. But I will try. The doctor did tell me if you struggle with consistency, at least do it like 4 times a week and that's fine. So I will try my best. And then I have to go back next year to check on my vitamin D level and then check on my spine because it's a little dented. And then I need to check my iron levels. And then also update on my ankle. If by next year I go back. Yeah, you say next year is so long, but it's literally we're in the middle of December. That's like 15 more days. And then it's 2026. That's crazy. Why is time passing so fast? I don't think I've done anything. But I can't exercise because I severely damaged my ankle. And if by next year my ankle is not recovered, I need to potentially graft some sort of a thingy inside my ankle. So please, 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 I hope it recovers. I don't have to wake up in pain every day anymore. So there's that. I'm so tired, guys. The EV medication is getting to me. I'm so EV. That's like the gist of it, I guess. Which kind of sounds very little, but I guess that's just how hospitals are. You do like a whole bunch of tests for them to tell you this and that, you know? You like go to the hospital, and the thing for me is that if I have an appointment that day, I will do absolutely nothing until I do that appointment. And that appointment would take all of my energy away, so I was, you know, like a lot of waiting in the hospital. The doing actually takes like 10 minutes, and then you go back and you're so tired and you really don't want to do anything else. And then I just falling down the train. Oh, you're right. I don't understand train stations. Well, I'm a country girl. I live in a place where there's no trains. And everybody just drive a scooter around. Cause I don't like going to the city. I'm a countryside nephew. The city life isn't for me. But I travel to a very technological advanced city for my health stuff, so we have to take the train nightmare. I've seen a lot of examples of train on TikTok, like this person trying to carry a couch or a sofa in the subway, or naked people running around in the subway, or people peeing in the subway, or people having a course meal in the subway. So I was mentally prepared for the subway. I did my research, watching those movies and TikTok. And my auntie gave me a subway card. I just have to use the cord, right? ありがとう、スブチャット、サンフラワー。ありがとう、ティフィー、see you. And ありがとう、スブチャット、Iron Spoon. I'll never be a gym bro. I'm too weak to be one. But anyways. I even watched this video of this guy. The janitor was wiping the floors of the subway, and this random dude just went over and pooped inside his mopping bucket. That's insane! And then he just punched the guy, and the guy scolded him like, why do you punch me? Crazy. And then I don't know. I've mentally prepared myself. So we were at the subway. There were so many people. It felt so cold. I didn't know what to do. And then I saw people tapping on the exit thing. And I thought, okay, this is just like in Japan. All good, right? Like, you tap and then you go. Surely, I know how to do this, but it's been a while, it's been a while and my memory gets really foggy, so sometimes I, like, lose basic knowledge on the things that I used to do. Sounds horrible, but welcome to my life. It's the debuff I get for being so powerful. So I tapped my card at the exit, and I got scolded by this old lady, man. She was so mean. She's like, hello, this is the exit. Hello, man. Could have worded it nicely. What the frick are you going so fast, man? Seeing your husband? Yeah, the freak. The audacity to scream in my face. And then I went over to the green button, and I kept tapping the card, and it kept going. Meh. I had money in the card. It was brand new. My auntie put money inside. It had like $20. I'm good. But I keep tapping it, and just like meh, meh. And then I was doing rush hour, so there were so many people. And then my cousins are already, like, in front of me, and the anxiety where people are just staring at you, and I could hear, and then I got a little panic attack because I was hogging the line, and the security came over. And then he's like, can I have your card? And I gave him my card. He stared at me. You know what he did? He laughed. He's like, huh? He told me to check my card. Like, that was very rude. He didn't have to laugh at me, okay? What do you mean, man? I was just trying my best. I don't go to the train every day. And then I realized that I indeed did not use... I tapped the wrong card. I used my hotel card. That's why... That's why I didn't register. I was embarrassment level over 100. And then my cousin asked me, what's going on? What do you take so long? And I said, oh, one of the person in front of me, she had issues with a car. And they're like, oh, it happens all the time. I'm like, yeah, totally. They don't need to know. Totally. If they knew, it's over. It'll be the laughing joke of the entire trip. They'll be like, oh, what do you want to eat? Remember to double check your food so you know you don't like what you did on the train. You don't put your hotel card because they would do that 100%. Fine, you know. And the next day we went on the train too, and so the train had like priority seating. So I thought, wow, priority seating means, you know, people who sit here are pretty important people, and you know, I'm pretty importante. So I am the overlord after all, and I sat down at the priority seating. Like, what a chat I am, you know, to show my importance. And then as I'm sitting there, like this old lady, she looks at me and she smiles. And I didn't know why she smiled at me. And then she smiled again. And I was really weirded out. And then she taps on my shoulders. I froze. I did not like body contact. Certainly not from an old lady. And then she's like, could you give me, could you let me sit down? I mean, you can go another lane, lady. You know, but I felt bad, so I gave her my seat. So I was just, you know, I was wondering why she didn't go to another lane. Because clearly there's empty seats at the other side, but it's not the priority seating. You know, like, what the freak, man? She could have said, you know, I have to let go of my priority seating. And then I complained it to my auntie, and she laughed, and then she told me, and then I didn't realize that the priority seatings were reserved for people who are disabled and elderly or pregnant. But I guess, you know, we learn new things every day. But I was freaked out for her tapping my shoulder. Do you know the entire time? You know, whenever my cousins hand me like a bag, or I hand them a bag, I would make sure to cover my sleeve over so I don't actually touch them. And then one time my cousin was like, why? Why do you go such far extent to not touch my hand? I said, are you crazy? I'm not touching anybody's hands. That's lewd. I'm not holding anybody's hands. And she just stared at me, just like, it's like, oh my god. She's like, the things you do so that you don't touch. It's like, yeah, no way. What the freak? I'm not touching you. I would, you know, I would even take like a stick just to give it so I don't have to touch any of their hands. No! No skin chips. What if one of you guys want to hold my hand? You gotta marry me first before you can hold my hand. But you guys are special, so I don't mind letting you hold my hands. But outsiders? No, 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 no. No way. No way. But you guys, I'm okay. Cause you get me on a different level. But other people, no way. And then another day we were on the train. I know trains move really fast, but this one moves like at a supersonic speed, and I already have no balance. And I have to hold on the hand of like my dear life. And then when it was time to get off, so I was stepping down, and I don't realize that the gap between the platform and the train was wider, and so my leg just went straight down the gap. And then I froze. I thought, this is it. This is how I die. This is what the worst way to die. But I'm gonna miss you guys so much. And the first thing in my head when it happened was I keep thinking about you guys. Like, oh my god. Like you guys are gonna know that I died because I fell down the train. That's so embarrassing, man. And I'm gonna miss you guys so much. And then my auntie and cousins and like they all helped me out. Like they pulled me out. And I was just quiet the entire time. Not because it hurts, but though my legs are totally bruised. But at that moment, I just wanted to find a hole and hide. It was so embarrassing. Everybody was staring at me. It was the worst kind of attention. It only started hurting a few days. And then I realized I have a huge black spot on my knees. I think it's because I fell and it hurt like mad. So stupid. Why do they have to make the space and gap between the platform and the train so wide, man? What the freak? Surely I can't be the only one that fell down before. Surely. But yeah, that was my trip experience. Is that when your shoe broke too? Oh yeah, that's exactly why my shoe broke. Cause I went down and then my shoe just like it got torn at the side, and I had to swap from Velcro shoes to shoelaces. What the frick? I don't even understand why people like shoelaces. They're the worst thing ever. It's like, you guys like pain, huh? You guys enjoy the tediousness of tying a shoelace. Like, you guys are masochists if you like shoelaces. The amount of time I have tripped over my shoelaces, I cannot even count. The amount of time my shoelaces come off and I have to squat down and tie it and squat down and tie. Why? Just why? Why not Velcro? No, I've not learned how to tie shoelaces. I don't... You know what's worse was when I got so mad I just pulled the entire shoelace out of the shoe. And then I realized I made a grave mistake because now I don't know how to put it back. And I tried putting it back, but then it just looked weird. Because I tried going around it like a U-shape, but then... it's not tying up. Until my auntie saw me tying my shoelace, she go, "Oh my god, Remy, give it to me." And then I give it to her and then she tied them perfectly, and I just stared at her like she's some witch. How does she do it? She's like, "Well, once you have children like me, you'll know how to tie shoelaces." Is that like... do you magically gain that after childbirth? That's insane! I don't even know. But I hate them. I I hate these shoelaces shoes. But we didn't have any Velcro shoes, man. So I had to get the freaking shoelaces. And I asked my auntie she could do like a death note. Like not it, like a death knot that will never ever come apart. You know, if I could even super glue it together so it don't come apart. Which I probably should super glue it somewhere so you will never come apart. Whatever, man. So annoying. That was my trip. It just went so fast. I didn't really do anything. I didn't really even read a lot of manga and just pass out by 8 o'clock and have to wake up at like 10 the next day. And then I didn't even have quality sleep because I would get sleep at 8 and then everybody come back at around 10. And then I'm a really light sleeper and I'll just stay awake for a bit. And then, you know, when they'll sleep, my god. And then they start to snore. And I have to put on my noise cancelling earbud, which by the way, I lost one of it. So now I'm earbudless. I lost one of my earbuds. So annoying. But during the trip I had them on, I don't know if it dropped or what. Whatever, I'm never using earbuds anymore. I'm sticking to wired earphones. Ugh. At least I can find them when they're lost. So the entire time, I found this Spotify sleeping playlist. And it was just really soft sounds that somehow managed to block off the noise. Like I can still hear snoring, but at least I can fall asleep. But then I sleep and then I wake up. I sleep and then I wake up. I sleep and then I wake up. I wake up like 4 to 5 times in one night. So I don't think I've actually slept. But I mean, it's better than nothing. And I freaking lost it. I lost one of my earbuds, and turns out it's really expensive to replace it. So I just gave up. I was just so I bought earphones, and then I realized there's no way on my phone I could insert it in. Like my iPad, there's no hole for me to insert my earphones. There's no earphone jack on my iPad. So I had to go all my way to an electronics store to get a converter. Like the Type-C to earphone converter, which took me a while to find them. Oh, it's called dongle? Dongle? Dongle! And so I bought it. And then I thought, hey, this sounds nice. Although it's not as good as the noise cancelling earphones, but it's good because I didn't bring my headphones. Because I have a good pair of headphones. And guess what? I freaking left it in the hotel, so I don't have any earphones anymore. I'm earbudless and earphoneless. without the mustard, do you see the Game Awards? Nope. I did not see any Game Awards. I have not touched the internet in a while. I have a lot of backlog that I need to do from my nane-san that I will do tomorrow. But sleeping with headphones is so uncomfortable. Because sometimes I like listening to stuff and then, you know, because listening to things on speaker mode is obviously way different than hearing things on, you know, earphones. And I tried sleeping with headphones and boy, they're so uncomfortable to sleep with. What a nightmare. You can't even turn. You have to sleep like flat down. Yes, this trip has been a roller coaster. What? I'm so iffy. There's only a new Warhammer game in Ace Combat 8. I need to catch up with my stuff. I haven't been catching on a lot of stuff. And then I went out to buy a new phone. And then I was with my auntie. And then we missed the last bus back. So and then the road was closed for construction on the freaking day we decided to go out. Tell me about my bad luck. And then I think I caught the rain or something because it was raining and I caught a bit of the rain. Me and the rain, all I have to do is one tiny raindrop hits my head and I will get the worst migraine known to mankind. And then I got sick after that. Ugh. I swear, I get sick very easily, but that's insane. And then I ate a lot of paracetamol. I don't know what the freak is it. Paracetamol? No, it's not. I'm allergic to paracetamol. I took like some other stuff. I don't know. I took like the headache medication that I always have. And then, but I've been really EP. And now I'm super EP. But that was my trip. It wasn't anything fun. I was just okay. But I missed you guys a lot. I was so busy. I didn't realize how much I miss you guys until I'm like dreadful every night because there's no one to talk to. Like, there's no one to talk to. I can't, God, let me tell you, we were waiting for our food orders and then we all had a receipt of a number that would show on the screen. And then my order came up and the number was 67 and I looked over to my cousin and then I made my hand positioning and I was like 67 and she's like, what are you doing? I'm like 6 7. She's like, yeah, 6 7 what? Oh my god, you're no fun at parties. The freak, man! You guys don't know what a freak is. A 6'7". Crazy. They don't know. Yeah, and then by the way, I screamed. You know, when it came out, I was like 6'7". Unintentionally, I didn't realize. And then it was funny because there's a bunch of like kids. They looked at me and they're like 6'7". You know, like we understood each other intellectually, spirituality at that moment. I don't even know, man. They don't even know anything about internet lingo. It's like so hard to talk to them. I don't even talk anyways, but it's like so hard. They don't watch anime. They don't scroll Twitter. They don't know about memes. I don't even know what they do. Like, what do they do? Oh, they go out. And they eat. And they go clubbing. I guess so. And they enjoy buying Pop Mart. Like, they would buy a lot of Pop Mart and then they would go back to the hotel room to unbox all of their Pop Mart. And then they would cry when they don't get the correct one. Like, ha, what do you expect? You think every time it's a 100% chance you're gonna get what you want? It's called gacha without a pity. But if you like playing that game, then sure. And then the next day, she went back and bought like 3 more of the same thing, and then she got none of it. Welcome to gacha. Welcome to gacha. Walmart is basically gacha without a pity. Unless you buy the entire box, then sure, you will get every character you want. But unless you're what do you call it? Whale, you wouldn't buy the whole box. But who am I kidding? So I was waiting outside of Walmart, right? Waiting for my cousins to buy. And I see uncles and aunties just grabbing the huge box. You know how like maybe one Labubu box has like 6 Labubu boxes, so it's a 1 out of 6 chances to get the color you want. And then I see uncles and aunties. They look specifically like uncle and aunties in their 40s, just grabbing boxes and boxes of those. That's crazy. I don't even think Walmart is earning money from young people anymore. I don't think young people are Walmart's target audience. I think it's the uncle and aunties with more purchasing power that's buying everything in bulks. Cause they just buy bulk, man. They don't look like resellers. They just look like uncle and aunties. Like families, you know? Crazy. Arigato, Minba. Crazy. They don't look like scalpers. They just look like families. They have their kids and stuff. Maybe they just really like them or something. Maybe, I don't know, really like the characters. They even had collab with Naruto and a few anime series too. Which reminds me a lot of Ichiban Kuji. But Ichiban Kuji is also gacha, but it's a variety of items. I don't gamble. I don't buy gachas because my luck is not that good, and I know if I can't get a confirmed, I will not buy it. Unless it's like those gacha pawn machines where I like all of the designs and I don't mind getting any one of them, and then that's fine. Then I would actually get the gacha pawn. But if it's like I only like 2 design out of 6, yeah, I'm not getting it because I know I'm not gonna get the one I want. But yes. Whoa, I'm really sleepy. I'm glad to be back. I hope you haven't been dying out of Lemmy drought. Yes, the new anniversary banner is starting soon. I'm very excited. I'm gonna stream it because it's the anniversary for. Hopefully I can get Seiya swimsuit. But I'm glad I'm back. Just give me like a few days to do all my backlogs and then I'll be back. Like give me like 2 days to do my backlogs and then we will play Blue Archive for the new banner. We're excited. Yeah, I'm really eepy. I'm gonna go and pass out. But maybe because I yap so hard, I'm really eepy, you know? You know, because I have so many things I want to tell you guys, like the entire time. Like the entire trip, I'm like thinking of, like, a lot of things happen, and then I want to tell you guys, and then I forgot to write it down, and then now I forget. And then like the entire trip's like, oh my god, I can't wait to tell you guys about this thing. You'll laugh about it, or like, oh, I saw this thing, I wish I could tell it to you. Or like, oh my god, this is so funny, I wish I could tell you about it. And then I lie in my bed and stare at the ceiling, cause like I can't stream, so it's like, oh my god. What am I gonna do? Oh my god. I can't talk to you guys. So I just sleep. I and I just eat. I still haven't recovered from my trip. I'm still so ippy. Like, but I'm really glad I get to talk to you guys. See, this feeling is the best feeling ever. I should talk to you guys. The thing I look forward to every day. And I guess distance does make the heart fonder. Makes me appreciate you guys a lot when I couldn't talk to you guys every day. So I'm so glad that I am back and I missed you guys a lot. But then I think about you guys all the time, so it made time pass really fast. And didn't even realize 2 weeks was gone just like that. They say time pass when you're having fun, but I had no fun on this trip, so I guess time do pass when you're suffering. But it's okay, cause you guys are here too. I hope those of you who couldn't make it to the stream could watch the video and then replenish your Remy energy. I miss you guys. Okay, I'm gonna head to bed. Really, the sleepy medicine is kicking me now. I couldn't even open my eyes. And my ear kind of hurts because I scratch it. What? See, I don't even know that it's kind of what anymore. Oh no, it's like 2 weeks not touching the internet, and now all of a sudden I'm like a man who is a guy from 1969 who didn't even know that television could go 13 inches, and there's color on television, and there's something called Twitter, and nobody uses Skype anymore. And what do you mean everything's Bluetooth and AI anymore? Like, all of a sudden, I don't know anything anymore. Okay, I'm gonna head to bed. I miss you guys a lot, and I'll see you soon. Here's your... I'm sure you haven't had my kisses for 2 weeks. I miss you guys. I wanna eat. It was nice talking. See. Bye. Good night, everyone. Oyasumi. Oyasumi. Oyasumi.